I mean? See, I'm the kid. Somebody.
Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And here we go. The Super Bowl of Madden Ultimate Team is underway. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. First down, here's Cousins. He sets up the screen to Jones. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Let's go!
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, it's Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leap downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Let's go!
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face a 3rd down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing, Cousins, out to the left here to Reed. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. A dump off to Sims. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll try and run it in with Jones. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And boy, what a great defensive play there. Worn out leverage, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage.
Fourth down, Cousins. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to pump the ball, they've done so with that first run.
To throw is Lott. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On second down, here's Locke. Backing up, dancing to his left. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. And the Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Nice play, baby. Nice play.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They are going for it. It's Locke. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
It's a pickup of 21. And it'll be first down, Washington. And now a first down following that long gain.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's Locke. The left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that one. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And the offense moving quickly to the line. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So now on 4th down, Jay Gruden will call on his field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And Vinatieri started it left. It stays left. It's no good. So the long field goal attempt winds up awry, and we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Ooh, the juke. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. 3rd and long. It's Luck. He's got time. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. 2nd down, Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the 1st here on 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. Oh, nice move. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain, they would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alone. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 40. And he's got some space here. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But
and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And he's able to put it through. There's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, this is Rashad Ross now. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A first down throw. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Again, it's McCoy. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brandon Cooks, 40 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch.
That's one down.
Oh yeah, baby. I wanna be on you. I wanna be on you. She's gonna be a little different tonight.
Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And here we go. The Super Bowl of Madden Ultimate Team is underway.
Why does she keep getting stuck?
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they're trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he's
This motherfucker beat my ass in goal line.
on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long, all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment. We're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They'll run it with McCoy. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly...
It don't matter. The ball never touched the ground, so it's still my ball.
Now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Yeah, even if it's not a fumble, it's in their intention.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And down inside
Stay
the
here.
35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. It's a 10-yard pickup, and there's a change.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
A give to McCoy. And he's brought down. 11 yards.
Good blocking.
And it'll be
Great
first down,
blocking.
Redskins.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now Luck. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On 3rd down, here's McCoy.
Come on, block.
Driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
I ain't saying I was going to go there, but shit, blocking.
And it brings up 4th down. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try.
Everything.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's McCoy. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Newton. He's got Evans. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. Connor Barwin in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dive. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And he dropped it. Now he was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Nah, that's for real good.
I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Hester. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they'll cut it to the right sideline. Rashawn McCoy off to the races. Touchdown, Washington.
That was nasty.
Rashawn McCoy.
That was a nasty one, bro.
And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because
why does this kid keep doing that?
had the feel of and imposing their will score. And right now they want
Fucking
to make sure
lag
they
ass
keep
damn
that
game.
and carry it into the 2nd half.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Damn, that shit right there really sucks.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard
There's no
line.
damn extra
And
point.
Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
McCoy. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The lone receiver right is Cooper. Just beating the play clock. And Cam fighting. He lost the football.
Get it!
Plays like this with a ball, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it
All you gotta do is pick that bitch up.
This is
You don't have to pick it up. Just lay down on it. You
Everyone
could get the
else is
shit
trying
up.
to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. A final shot before the break. Newton. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former Eagle, Nate Allen. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, the old reliable Devin Hester, the veteran. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, That's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Rolling to his left. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
I think that should have been chalked up as a winning play for the defense, and they somehow beat it, didn't they? Right-handed quarterback flushed to his left, yet he finds his tight end on the left side of the field. That's a tough throw. What a great completion.
One receiver left is Hilton. Here's Locke. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of 2 there.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. So still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Come on, get the fuck away.
At the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense.
He's got
Get out of here. Come on.
Down after a good gain. That one goes for 36 yards. They've been struggling in
Don't throw no more like those.
Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged.
It's caught inside the 25.
Oh my goodness. Now he just bombing on us.
3 yards. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. The last drive he threw the pick.
The second one, okay, that's more understandable. He had a better position. That first one, it should be no in here.
Game plan just goes right out the window.
Got his man. It's for a Steelers touchdown.
Oh my goodness.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game.
Oh my goodness.
Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. Returnable here for Hester. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now for the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about them keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end of the half situations that you worry about the clock.
Get the first down.
With a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after.
3rd down now,
get the first down.
Completed pass.
Thank you. First down. Let's go.
The ground at the 37. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
No, we're not.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. They come up in an offset eye. To throw is Locke. And Walker has it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And it's a second down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
This give is to McCoy. And he'll push this
This
forward
shit is
only to
like
about the
super
42-yard
hard,
line.
man. Do
2
the
yards to
damn
gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the gun on third down, Locke.
Ooh. I'll take that. I sure will. That jump is super lucky.
That pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. To throw on second down is Locke. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Locke. Now look at this. They get the turnover they need.
I didn't think he's going to roll with him.
And it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Back to throw. And the tip there.
Come on, give me the pick.
And it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He's back to throw. Evans has it left side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receiver.
There we go.
There as it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. 2-point game. They have the football. Their defense was able to do their job. Now can the offense just hold on here, Charlie?
And they'd better, because after the job the defense did to give them the ball back with this lead, it's time for them to seal the deal.
Thank you.
Go to the locker room with a victory.
I appreciate that a lot.
Here we go.
I really do appreciate that. I sure will take those 5 extra yards. You can do it again if you want.
After the penalty, it's McCoy.
Come on, Nate. This with your block.
One of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain
This
on
with
first
your
and
block.
5, and it leaves them with a more standard second down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's locked.
Come on, look, what are you doing?
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Yeah, I'll take the penalty. Fuck that.
Clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
They gonna do that bullshit.
Here's Donnie Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. With it is Brown. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Need a stop.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
The only way you can win this.
Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And quickly, they get to the line. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Yeah, change on my defense playbook again.
Line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Now they go screen.
Yep, we'll take that too.
Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And that is
Good shit. Good escape. Good escape defense.
Tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, there were times where this felt more like a soccer match. Just not a lot of offense. Really good defensive battle, though.
You kept wondering if one of the teams would break out today. Neither one of them really did. One got just enough points to win the game. Excellent defensive football.
Missed field goals. This game was closer than what it should have been. That foolery, you know, he did bounce him out, but that right there, that one hurt. He just bounced him out with that one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.
Yeah, please ask me how the quality of this one was.